First, in this video, we are going to see about the surgical techniques of extracapsular cataract extraction for adulthood cataracts. Mainly, three surgical techniques are involved in this extracapsular cataract surgery, which includes first one, conventional extracapsular cataract extraction, then manual small incision cataract surgery, then phacoemulsification. Now we are going to see this conventional extracapsular cataract extraction. This conventional extracapsular cataract extraction, the first 3 to 4 steps are similar to that of ICC, intracapsular cataract extraction. The first step is, this is the superior rectus muscle. Superior rectus muscle is in the superior side and this is the inferior side. So from the superior side, we are suturing the superior rectus muscle. The suture is called as a bridle suture. We are suturing it so that we can get a wide area for surgical incision and separation of the sclerocorneal junction and removal of the lens. So after this suture, you would get a downward gaze of the area. So the vision would be, the whole eye would be looking downwards and you would get more area for surgery. Then we have to make a conjunctival flap. Conjunctival flap is made in this area. This is the second step, and then extension of the conjunctival flap. This is known as partial thickness groove or gutter is made. This is made from here. This is 10 to 2 o'clock. As this is a superior side, this is 12 and this is 6. So 10 to 2 o'clock position is cut, and the conjunctival flap which is cut is extended from 10 to 2 o'clock. This is known as partial thickness groove or gutter. Then the fourth step here is entry into the anterior chamber. After cutting this, we have to enter into this anterior chamber so that we can easily remove the lens. This can be done by slight making a cut in this area. Okay, these are the four steps which is similar to that of ICCE. Then the fifth step here we are going to do is injection of the viscoelastic substance in the anterior chamber. Viscoelastic substance such as methyl cellulose and 1% sodium hydrogenate. This is injected into this anterior surface so that the anterior surface, while we are entering into the anterior surface, it does not damages the endothelium of the cornea. Otherwise, the endothelium of the cornea would be easily damaged. Okay, now the anterior capsulotomy is the next procedure. Anterior capsulotomy means removal of the anterior capsule. Anterior capsule can be removed in different ways. One is can openers technique, another is linear method, another is CCC, circular curly continuous circular capsulorhexis. These three methods only we are using to remove the anterior capsule. The first one is can openers technique. Can openers technique, here a radial, this means radial incisions are made along the 360 degree of the anterior capsule, and then the anterior capsule is removed. This is known as can openers technique. The second one is linear capsulotomy. In linear capsulotomy, a straight linear cut is made from 10 to 2 o'clock position, and through this opening the anterior lens inside the anterior capsule is removed. Following the removal of the lens, then the anterior capsule is cut along this whole area. Then the third technique is known as CCC, continuous circular capsulorhexis. This second image is that of the CCC only. Here a single cut is made and then it is extended the whole of the anterior capsule to make a circular curvature cutting. From this cutting only, you can easily take the lens inside the anterior capsule. Then this anterior capsule which is cut using these three methods, either CCC or linear capsulotomy or the can openers technique, is removed outside the eye using a forceps known as Kellman-McPherson forceps. After the removal of this anterior capsule, this suture which is made here, a little suture which is made here to entry into the cornea, this suture is increased. So completion of the corneoscleral section is made from here 10 to 2 o'clock position so that you would get a wide range of area to remove that lens. After this, hydrodissection. Hydrodissection means balanced salt solution is injected under the peripheral part of the anterior capsule. Here balanced salt solution is injected so that it separates the cortex of the lens from the nucleus. So cortex of the lens from the nucleus is separated using this BSS solution. After injecting this, we can easily remove the nucleus from the cortical region. This nucleus is removed using two techniques. One is pressure and counter pressure method, another is irrigating wire vectis method. Using these two techniques, the nucleus of the lens is easily removed from this cortex. After removing the nucleus, using irrigation technique, the remaining cortex is also removed from the lens. So now the left thing is posterior capsule which is remaining in that area. After removing all this, we have to implant the intraocular lens. Intraocular lens which is implanted here is posterior intraocular lens. Posterior intraocular lens which is injected, first the inferior haptens is injected using the first the inferior hapten is inserted into the inferior side of the chamber, then followed by the superior hapten which is also injected into it. After injecting both these haptens and the center lens portion, the intraocular lens is rotated so that it is fixed in the particular position. After fixation of this lens, the remaining part of the lens is fixed in a particular position and the suture is closed. First, the sclerocorneal junction suture is made, followed by the conjunctival. Before completing this suture, we have to remove the viscoelastic substance which is first injected, because increase in the viscoelastic substance in the anterior chamber causes glaucoma in that region. So you have to remove the excess viscoelastic substance from this region before completing this suture. After completing this, we have to inject a subconjunctival dexamethasone and gentamicin so as to prevent inflammation and bacterial infection and faster healing methods. After completing this injection, conjunctival flap which is sutured completely using wet filled cautery, and patching of the eye is done with a pad and plaster and bandages. This is the completion of this extracapsular cataract surgery.